Welcome to my newest arcade video. This is a simple one because I don't have a lot of time, but I've been wanting to do a review on this little Arcade1up Pac-Man. It's the Arcade1up, got an HSN for like 80 bucks, I think that was shipped. And I love Pac-Man. I can't resist Pac-Man and all things Pac-Man. I think Pac-Man was the first video game I ever played. I remember being at 5. You could see it everywhere in the stores back in 1980 or so. They were everywhere. And I remember specifically the first time I thought I was playing Pac-Man. It was clearly a track screen, but it went on for a while. And I thought I was playing it, and then I realized I wasn't playing it, that it was playing itself. But shortly later that year, my sister, God rest her soul, she passed away a couple of years ago. She would take me to the arcades, and I think Pac-Man was the first game I ever played. And I specifically remember the day. I believe it was a Saturday night, because I remember I was in church thinking about last time I played Pac-Man. I almost got past the first level. I was 5 years old, and I was remembering thinking of my strategy and going, okay, I know today I'm going to do it, because I knew my sister was going to take me to the arcade later that afternoon, or that evening, and I certainly did it. And I remember that day clear as anything, many decades later. And so Pac-Man, I love Pac-Man. There's just something about Pac-Man which screams the golden age of arcades and the magic that was the 80s in arcade games. So I really like these Arcade1up countertops. At least I have this Dig Dug, and I absolutely love it. One of the things I'm really picky about is I love artwork. And I have, let's see if we can, I have a actual mini Pac-Man cabaret. And let's go ahead and take it over there. And when I was a kid, I hated cabarets because they were small and they were basically wood grain and not very pretty. And I'm like, man, and they had a small monitor. I'm like, if I'm going to pay a quarter, I want the real big one. But now I've come to enjoy the cabarets, especially Atari cabarets that have a 19-inch screen and often artwork. So I have this little Pac-Man cabaret, and I really like this one. I actually tweaked it out with it's normally actually has wood grain, and I hate wood grain. I put yellow, and I actually have a real miniaturized Pac-Man artwork from I think it's Pacific Arcades. I don't know if they still make it. I thought they got sued or something, but I thought then again I heard they have it again. I never put it on, but I love my little mini Pac-Man, okay? My son loves my mini Pac-Man. He always wants to come down here and play Pac-Man. You know, you hear him, you go downstairs, play Pac-Man, and so I love this mini Pac-Man. It's got CRT, it's beautiful. The only thing I wish is it had real artwork. Okay? So, I have a real, full-size Ms. Pac-Man that I restored that looks basically mint. It is beautiful. I never actually played this one because it's a pain because I gotta come over here and to turn it on, I gotta crawl underneath a bunch of stuff, and because it doesn't actually have a power plug, and I have one of those little carpet thingies. But beautiful game. Love the full artwork. Love the 19-inch monitor. Beautiful. Okay. So I was thinking, my son always wants to come down and play the little mini Pac-Man. I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just give him his own little mini Pac-Man. It gave me an excuse to buy this little HSN thing that I had seen a while ago. It was like $129 like 6 months ago or in October. And one day it was down to 80, and I'm like, and it was free shipping. I'm like, okay, I'm buying it. I think it was 80 because I had it like a $10 first time buyer because I don't buy stuff at HSN. But for some reason I got an email. I'm like, oh yes. So what's good about it? Well, just like the real Dig Dug, or the Arcade1up Dig Dug, and the reason I like to come and play this Arcade Up, I have Dig Dug on MAME, but I actually find I never play my name cabinet because I just want to come and turn it on and play. I can't believe I'm saying that, but you know, 20 years ago I built a main cabinet, and I love it. You know, I think it's great, but I find I never use it because it's like kind of overwhelming. You got to turn it on, wait for it to come on. go through a list of games, and it kind of kills the whole arcade feel, which is really odd. But it does. When you have 1,000 games, it kind of kills the, this is the game that's dedicated. You put your quarter in and play, and it's just on. And the dedicated artwork, there's something to be said about that. I don't know why, but there is. So I find I love coming downstairs and playing my Dig Dug. So anyway, I thought, I love coming downstairs and playing my Pacman Cabaret. So I actually got this for my son, because he always wants to come downstairs and play Pacman. I'm like, well, he can just have this and keep it on and turn it on and whatever. So anyway, what's good about it? Well, it's tiny. It's light, okay? Very light. It's not like 300 pounds like the real Pacman. Actually, the real Pacman's not that heavy, I don't think. It's a fairly light arcade cabinet for arcade cabinets, but still a couple hundred pounds. Even the Cabaret Pacman is, probably 100 pounds or so, maybe 150, I don't know. But this one's real light, You can pick it up with one hand, no big deal. Beautiful artwork, right? Love the artwork. You gotta have the artwork. That's where I think Arcade1up really has, why they are successful. I didn't think they would be. But I had no idea they planned on making just single, turn it on games with the artwork. I thought they were gonna make main cabinets, basically. And I mean, they are, emulation cabinets, but they actually have the feel of the real arcade game. So, and it's got the beautiful artwork. Beautiful bezel. Doesn't have a light-up marquee. Dig Dug did not have that either, but I actually got a third-party light-up marquee. I don't think it's on right now. Yeah, there it goes. So, but that's okay. It is a little smaller than the Dig Dug cabinet by, I'd say, about 2 inches, probably. And I think this has an 8-inch monitor, and this is a 7-inch, I think. I should. Oh wait, I have a thing right here. Let's go ahead and measure it. That's about 8 inches, and this is about, what? 8 inches? Makes no sense. Well, this is slightly bigger than 8, that's slightly smaller. That's very interesting. Because 4 1/4, these actually look like they're the same size. Well, that makes no sense to me. Now, because, well, I'll explain in a minute. Anyway, what else do I like about it? It's got the nice control panel. The joystick actually feels nice. I don't know why. I've seen joysticks, I think, but this one, the Dig Dug bothered me. This one doesn't seem to bother me. The joysticks, the feel of the joysticks. And what's also great about it is, I can't remember how to turn these things on and choose a new game. Oh, there it is. It's got Pacman and Galaga. Possibly 2 of the greatest games ever made. And so, what do I like about it? I like everything about it. The artwork, it's cheap. It's got Pacman, it's got Galaga. The artwork, beautiful. And it just turns on. It's this dedicated feel. Now, the thing is, I don't think I can actually recommend this one. Because, and this is now why I'm confused, because I thought it was the size of the monitor, but this monitor is actually basically impossible to play with. The glare is so, or the white coming from the sides, and it's not just the lights being on. The lights coming from the side is so strong, you actually can't play, because it's almost like blinding. It's this weird feeling. Pacman doesn't seem as bad, maybe because there's not as much motion. But Dig Dug, I don't have that problem with at all. And I thought, my assumption was that, the monitor is a little bigger, so maybe this, the light, the backlight, wasn't as, maybe, it was overwhelming on the smaller, but it actually seems to be about the same size monitor. So they must have made the bezels a little smaller. I think they did. You got 2 inches, 2.5. Yeah, that's what they did. The bezels are just smaller. This is about 2.5 from the side to the beginning of the screen. This is about just under 2. Just under 2. So that's how they made up the space. So it must be the same monitor. So I don't know. Maybe that's just a bad monitor. I'd have to see another one. But I actually can't play this game. Because it is so bright, and the white bleeding in is so strong, it's actually obscures my view. I have to look to see in the back if there's, I'm pretty sure there's no brightness control, but besides that, I would love this game, except I can't see it. So I was going to recommend, if you're interested in one of these Pacman ones, maybe go for the bigger size one, but I don't know that I can do that anymore. I have to actually see. Maybe I just got a fluky one, don't know. They do have a 19-inch version that like mounts on the wall that has a few more games. Maybe that's a better choice. I'm not sure now. I'll have to actually see. But this one I got, I can't actually play. At least Galaga I can't play. And the times I tried to play Pacman, it was bothersome enough that it it's like it's not as bad with Pacman. Again, because I think it's not as much motion stuff going on, but it's distracting. It's actually, maybe I should wear some sunglasses. It actually kind of hurts my eyes, and I can't concentrate on it. Anyway, besides that, cabinet's beautiful. If anyone knows any mods to make that less bright, that would be, I'd love to try it, because I think it's great. Besides that, especially for 80 bucks, if I could just see the game, it would be great. Anyway, there you go.